Hello everyone, today I'm going to go over my deck that I used to be third place at a Louisville Regional, going 8-1 out of 9 rounds. I played 17 hand traps, and these 10 are pretty standard. A lot of people play these as well, so I say like these 14 are pretty standard, and then Kashtira just gets to play 3 shifter on top of that. You could consider like over prep, triple tech in Kashtira, but I do think playing as many hand trap that your deck can afford is really important right now. So this is the way to play Kashtira right now. And then 3 pot, no reason not to play those. And then 10 cash names, no over prep, you don't need them to win. And the other 10 consistency spells, you play all 10. No, two feels is just not correct. Go to the extra deck. These are kind of in the order that I think they're important. And extra deck choices can matter a lot. Like you can lose a game or two because you don't have certain cards in your extra deck. So Baron, obviously important. These two other Kashtira places, I'm not gonna go over it, but this is pretty important because you can sack this itself to out like skill drain from the Runic Sun. Also, you can, if you do that way, you can summon this out because your board is empty, and even if it gets imperned, you can still do it because you don't have to pop it. So and using these two, you make Utopic Creature. Sometimes you use Shang after if you get this back to your turn, you want to get secured from the beer and stuff. Baguska, a lot of people don't play it, but it's like really important right now because it's really strong against like most meta decks, including like Mirror Match. So and then you can also make it pretty easily using only 4 summon, like for example Fenno Rise Fenno Spare Summon Rise Normal Summon Rise make Baguska. That play is really efficient when you get head trapped a lot, but you just randomly have these Rise and especially when you don't have the field, so just ending on like Shang is just meaningless. You have like pseudo Shang or like a Rise like a stun card basically. So these are standard. I explained those. How I use these link monsters to play in this meta where everyone plays Nibiru. I recommend doing the coaching session. I'm gonna reveal how I play the game, how I make the going first board. And the Big Eye, the Mountain, and the Dweller, they are just flex spots, so you can just play any other card if you think like the dark Red Eye Alexis is good, you can play it. But I do think like Big Eye, even though you don't make it that often, you time to time end up playing the Mirror, or also a lot of decks are taking Kashtira as their sub engine, or like even Unicorn as their sub engine, so might as well play it. So for the side deck, for like the third for the voice and the labyrinth and the branded, the second for like Snake Eye matchup. I This was the first time I played this card in a regional level, and then it was mainly for voiceless, but also hits the Raid Raptor or decks like Sprite. Um, Phenomenal card. I wish I played 3 because I actually played like 4 voiceless in this regional, and then one match loss was against the voiceless, and I when he full comboed, I just couldn't find this card from my deck even after resolving the prosp. So if I played 3, that could have changed. And then I played a lot to respect the runic, but you'll play 1 or 2. So I think like cutting 1 would be fine for the third ball. These floodgate at judgment is just mandatory in the cache, and a lot of people play it, so I wouldn't go far. But on these, I like playing like different ones instead of like 3 summon limit or 3 macro. It's just good to have your options and your prosperity. Just find the card that does something different. And that's it for the deck. Now I'm going to go over the some matchups. By the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, please go follow because this is where I post my deck list the faster than on stuff like YouTube or Facebook. So I played Yubel, Unchained. These means I lost Dyro, so I went second. These I went first. So like Dice Dyro was just pretty even. It's just unfortunate the match that I ended up losing against Voiceless was mainly because I lost the die roll. Like if I won the die roll, I would win the first game, and that way it's much easier. Uh, but and also in the game one, I drew the bell that I made, but and then I bell the pre-prep. Normally, if you do that, you're doing pretty good, but then he just randomly had the second pre-prep. So in that case, you probably lose because you help them unbrick their hand, and also they just plus two. So that's what happened. And then the third, as I mentioned, I just couldn't find the sphere mode. And if you draw sphere mode, you're almost guaranteed to win against Voices right now. But yeah, right now a lot of like you don't necessarily play against like 4 to 5 Snake Eye variant or Fire variant. You actually can play against a lot of voice, a lot of just random rogues, and that's kind of why Kashtira is good because you don't necessarily lose to like certain like fire counter strategy or stuns because Fenrir is a god card, so it's a really good meta to play Kashtira in my opinion. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.